Hey there, Jody Mortgage Advisor with Universal Lending. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not already, please subscribe to our channel so that you can get updates when we put out new video content. We do fun things like touring different neighborhoods in Denver, and we also share a lot of valuable mortgage information for first-time home buyers or investors, anyone just looking to build wealth through homeownership. So like and subscribe if you would. And today I'm going to go over a scenario. I'm going to compare what it looks like if you were to purchase a home versus rent a home. And everyone talks about it's important to buy a home because you can build equity. But what is equity? And how do you build equity? And what does that mean to you? So we're going to use a purchase price for this example of $400,000. And in this particular scenario, we're going to use down payment assistance. So the total out-of-pocket cost after the down payment assistance is going to be roughly $5,480 based on this purchase price. And that would give you a loan amount of $388,000. I'm going to do a whole video and I'm going to break down payment assistance so that you can see how I arrived at this number. But in year one, at the end of year one, if you're paying your principal and interest payment, you're going to have paid your loan balance down to $379,899. And that principal and interest payment is going to be dependent on your purchase price, how much money you put down, and what type of a loan you use. But for this scenario, the payment is going to be somewhere between $1,600 and $1,800 a month, which is very comparable to monthly rent right now for a lot of people. The only thing this does not include is taxes and insurance, which taxes and insurance are not associated with taking a loan out, but rather purchasing the property. So even if you paid cash on a property, you're still gonna have to pay insurance on the home annually and taxes. So we're just using principal and interest here. So at the end of year one, loan balance of $379,899, and the value, we are using a number of 8% appreciation, which is actually very conservative right now. In Denver, from January through June, properties have increased 16%. So this is a really conservative number. So at the end of a year at an 8% appreciation rate, the value would be $432. So between what you've paid down on the mortgage and what the value has increased, your equity at the end of year one is $40,341. Year two, loan balance goes down to $371,552. The value is $466,560. Again, an 8% appreciation rate. And your equity at the end of year two is $83,255. Year three, loan balance goes down to $362,951. The value has gone up with, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more conservative because we don't know what's going to happen in 3 to 5 years. So at the end of year three, with a 5% appreciation rate, we're looking at a new value of $489,888 with total equity of $114,900. At the end of year four, we have a loan balance of $354,088. Again, a 5% appreciation rate with a value of $514,382. And our equity now has gone up to $148,300. At the end of year five, our loan balance is $344,956. The value has gone up to $540,101, again, with a 5% appreciation rate. And at the end of 5 years, your total equity is $183,145. So what can you do with this equity? You could take out a home equity line of credit. You could pull out some of that equity and you could use it for home improvements, which is going to increase your value even more. You could take out a home equity line of credit or do a cash out refinance to pay off debt, to do home improvements. Depending on what type of a loan you did, you might be able to get a lower interest rate or reduce or get rid of mortgage insurance. And you could also use that equity as a down payment on a new property. If you wanted to turn this property into a rental income property and then purchase a new home. So those are some of the things that you can do with the equity and how you can actually use that. Also, when you sell the home, you will be getting that equity back. There are some capital gain taxes that you may or may not have to pay, and then you will also have real estate fees when selling your home that could come out of that equity. So just something to kind of think about. So a couple of other things, benefits of purchasing a home is you're going to have tax benefits. And depending on your income, depending on how you file your taxes, you're going to be able to write off a portion of the interest on this mortgage towards your taxes. So most likely it's going to increase the amount of money that you get back on your taxes each year. And then another pro to purchasing a home would be you have the ability to make home improvements. This is your home. You can do what you want with it. It's not a landlord's home. Sometimes landlords will let you make improvements, but when you leave, you're walking away from the improvements that you made. So doing home improvements on your home, again, is going to help increase that value even more. And then we did already touch on the potential investment properties. So you could start out with this home, turn it into a rental, use the equity to purchase a new property. So now we are going to compare what it looks like for roughly the same mortgage payment at this purchase price. We're going to use a monthly rent of $1,600 a month. So $1,600 a month with a 3% increase annually, which I think is very conservative. In year one, at $1,600 a month, over 12 months, you're going to pay $19,200 for rent. Year two, with an increase of 3%, you're going to pay $1,648 a month for a total of $19,766 at the end of 2 years. 3 years, $20,369. Year four, $20,975. If this isn't already making you sick to your stomach, just wait for the final number. At the end of year five, $21,605. So at the end of 5 years, you will have paid $101,925 in rent. And what do you have to show for it? You don't have the tax write-off. You will not have built that equity of $183,145, but your landlord has. So if this isn't enough to convince you, whether you're ready to purchase a home now or not, it's worth looking into to find out if you are ready. If you're not, what you need to do to get ready. Knowledge is power. I really, really love helping people get into homeownership and helping them build their wealth through homeownership. It's still one of the most stable investments. It's one of the smartest investments. And not only are you investing and getting the tax deduction, but you have a home, you have a place to live. So if you have any questions about first-time homebuyer programs, down payment assistance, investment properties, any of that, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel so that you can see more videos like this.